Before becoming a full-fledged plantito or plantita, one should weigh the pros and cons of what could be a potentially risky hobby. Growing plants has become a craze in the midst of the pandemic and is recognized by health experts as therapeutic. But there is another side to the seemingly harmless pastime. Because of the high demand for rare and exotic plants, some unscrupulous groups see this as a golden opportunity to profit at the expense of the environment and unhapless plantitos and plantitas who run the risk of buying an illegally acquired plant from the forest. Naomi Tiburcio has the full details.
Monstera, alocasia. These are some of the sought-after plants ever since the plantito-plantita hype. Most plants sold in the market undergo mass propagation or breeding for mass production. But in these crucial times when demand is high and supply is low, some have to resort to wild collection. Native plants are now threatened as more resort to this method. Daryl, an agriculture student and plant enthusiast, is among those who share the truths on the impact of wild collection.
Meron po silang mga binibentang threatened plants tulad ng alocasia zebrine na vulnerable po, together with wild orchids po. Kinausap ko po sila kung bakit nila to ginagawa, and syempre ang sagot po nila is dahil na rin po sa pangangailangan.
In Metro Manila, some of these plants are sold in stalls like these. Sellers admit this practice is still widespread due to high demand. Marilyn, a plant seller, also says the plantito-plantita hype didn't also translate to good sales for her.
Sumabay po yung mga plantitas, nagkaroon din po ng mga garden show. Medyo bumagal yung sistema ng pagbebenta namin ngayon kasi halos doon po sa garden show na po kasi yung mga big buyer namin na mga nangungoleksyon ng mga halaman.
Monstera, alocasia, philodendron, among others, also sustained inflation with no price below 1,000 pesos. The Biodiversity Management Bureau is now finalizing the policies for the Certificate of Plant Registration to enforce restrictions in plant propagation and wild collection.
Pero kailangan pa nating i-improve yung system para ma-credit sana yung mga gusto pang mag-engage sa trade. Gusto kasi nating mangyari yung regulated yung especially yung mga threatened at saka native mga plants natin, hindi yung wanton collection, no? Regulated yung collection sa wild.
They plan to finalize it in the early part of 2021. Plant collectors at risk may face consequences against the Wildlife Resources Preservation Act. Tagtag reminds plantitos and plantitas to be critical and responsible in what they buy and not contribute in the degradation of the native plants. Naomi Tiburcio for The Nation.